have around 5,000 Indonesian students being or studying in Al-Azhar and in our universities, and in fact we are more than ready to scale this number. So once more, Your Excellency, President of Indonesia, I wholeheartedly welcome you once more in Egypt, and we are more than committed to further our cooperation scopes and to cooperate in the topics that we have discussed in our meeting. Bismillah. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, Your Excellency, President Abdelfattah El-Sisi, the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, esteemed ministers and leaders of the two esteemed states, dear journalists and media professionals, I would like to thank you, Your Excellency President Abdelfattah El-Sisi, for your warm welcome to us and our accompanying delegation, and for your generous invitation to us in Egypt after 10 years of us not actually being invited into Egypt. In fact, Egypt holds a very soft spot of our hearts as Indonesians, because Egypt was the first Arab state to acknowledge the independence of Indonesia while we were afflicted by our fighting and our resistance to colonization back in the day. And for the Indonesian people, Egypt is considered a pivotal state in the Middle East region, and for that matter, we are more than ready to foster our bilateral cooperation between our state and between the Egyptian state. In fact, we have had a lot of cooperation that got carried out between the President Susaku and the President Abdul Nasser, who were leaders of the non-discrimination movement back in the day. And so we are more than pleased by this great opportunity to engage in deliberations with Egypt directly. In fact, a while back, we had a lot of deliberations regarding some bilateral topics or topics that are of bilateral relevance to us. And as well, we have discussed a lot of issues erupting right now in the Middle East. In fact, we have a lot of great relations with Egypt, but we would like to double down on more economic cooperation relations as well. We would like to cooperate further in the subject of tourism, defense, culture, and as well we would like to have more economic cooperation. We, Your Excellency President of Egypt, President Abdelfattah El-Sisi, are more than ready to further our cooperation, specifically the economic cooperation with the Egyptian state. We have a trade committee that we are going to send to Egypt, and a high-level mission that we are going to send to Egypt in order to discuss the different pillars of economic cooperation between Indonesia and Egypt. In fact, I hope that this high-level mission or delegation is going to visit Egypt in order to advance economic and industrial cooperation between Indonesia and Egypt. As well, we have a lot of proposed cooperation subjects, like, for instance, relating to different subjects like the industrialization of palm oil and regarding the proper utilization of the Suez Canal platforms. In fact, as well, we have a lot of proposed ideas regarding advancing the preferential treatment, the economic preferential treatment between Egypt and Indonesia, which the high-level mission is going to discuss with you. In fact, we are more than ready that you in Egypt are hosting 16,000 Indonesian students studying in Al-Azhar University and in different Egyptian universities. In fact, most of these students are Muslims, and so we are more than pleased by this because this is going to help us promote the doctrine of tolerance and moderate religious beliefs in Egypt and Indonesia. We would like, of course, to steer away from anything extremist, all extremist beliefs that are replete with hatred and discrimination. We are more than proud to announce that us in Indonesia and our brothers and sisters in Egypt are actually moderate Muslims that hold up moderate Islamic ideologies, and we are fighters of Islamophobia. And of course, we would like to disseminate Islamic beliefs that are peace-loving and that are tolerant to everybody on the planet. And so, Your Excellency President Abdelfattah El-Sisi, we are looking forward to further our cooperation regarding, for instance, sending more students to Egypt. And in the subject of culture, we would like to promote Pencaksilat, martial arts, and we would like to promote this cultural tradition in Egypt. In fact, we had a report that Pencaksilat as an Indonesian martial art is being studied by 4,000 Egyptian students. And on the defense subject, or on the defense level, we are as well committed to further advance the cooperation in this regard. In fact, in Indonesia, we have advanced or advanced military industries, rather, and we have military experts that can definitely cooperate with their counterparts in the Egyptian military forces. Once more, we agree wholeheartedly with President Abdelfattah El-Sisi that our pivotal priority is to instill peace and security in the Middle East. And as well, we are all on board with with reaching a ceasefire agreement, and we appease the strategic role of Egypt as a main peace negotiator and mediator in the region, and as well as a party that keeps on advancing and facilitating humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. And so we would like to thank you, Your Excellency President Abdelfattah El-Sisi, for all your efforts relative to facilitating the entry of humanitarian aid through the city of Arish and through the Arish airport. And of course, we need to scale these aid in a way that is characterized by bilateral cooperation between Indonesia and Egypt. And in fact, once more, we hope to cooperate further in order to achieve just peace for Palestine. And definitely, we are announcing that in Indonesia, we would like to see a resolution of or the two-state resolution take place, and we would like to further advance the cooperation between Indonesia and Egypt. Thank you. May Allah